Hey, good morning. It's Saturday, March 20th. It's the first day of spring. A little bit cool here in South Carolina, but not that bad. But love being outside. It's really great to be outside on the first day of spring. What that means is as you know, but the sun is directly over the equator. Actually, the earth is tilted in such a way so that the sunlight is striking directly over the equator. And so here in the northern hemisphere, we're going to be heading towards warmer weather. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you're going to be heading towards cooler weather. We're about to experience all the brilliance of spring and the spring colors. South of the equator, they're about to get ready for the cold weather that is to come. But God designed the planet this way. And He made a commitment to us back in Genesis. The command, the statement, the promise to God that God made to Noah and to all of us is that the seasons would endure. And they would endure until God was finished with the planet. They're not going to change. The spring, the summer, the fall, the winter, they will continue because that's God's purpose. And He aligned our planet perfectly on an angle of 23.5 degrees so that we would experience this seasonal change. And so therefore things would, when they got super hot, things begin to cool off again because of the way that the earth moves in rotation to the sun and in relationship to the sun. When it gets too cold, the sun stops, or the earth rotations makes it possible around the sun, so it doesn't go any past the Arctic Circle in terms of the light, and it stops at the two boundaries, Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer. God designed it that way. It's His promise to us. And so when we have spring, when we have these seasonal changes 4 times a year, these are reminders to us that God is faithful to His word. And that faithfulness is something that needs to reverberate through us when things are difficult, when things are challenging, or when things seem to be wonderful. We can know that change is a part of the human existence. That's what He's called us to do, to be in a state of constant change in our environment with one constant. And that one constant is God's faithfulness. It's expressed in His faithful love, the Hesed love, the love that never fails. It's also expressed in His divine plan and covenants. There's no surprises. God doesn't take coffee breaks. Again, spring reminds us of that. Yesterday here the weather was kind of dreary, and 2 days ago we had the threat of very strong storms. Some places in our region did get strong storms, tornadoes and that. But today, it's glorious sunshine. You can see the cherry blossom tree behind me right here. It's just now starting to bloom, and you can see some of the buds beginning. The thumbnail this morning will have a picture of down below here of where blossoms actually starting to open up. These are reminders to us that God is faithful. And we need to see them for what they are. Because life is not bound up in these temporary moments. Life is bound up in the personal plan of God, where He comes to each of us and He calls us to trust Him. And as Ecclesiastes beautifully tells us, there's seasons for everything in life. Sadness and joy, heartache, sorrow, great elation, great discouragement. Paul reminds us in Corinthians that you can be joyful but sorrowful. You can feel like you're beaten down, but you're not crushed, because God is there with us. And Christ came before us an example. He was here for 33 years. He experienced all these things that we're experiencing, so He can be faithful to us. So take encouragement on this first day of spring. There's both great hope and expectation in the time to come as we anticipate Easter and the blooming of things around us, but there's also great foreboding because we're aware of the great sin and the discouragement of our planet and how people continue to go more and more away from God and want to do their own thing. God is not daunted by any of this. His faithfulness will remain, just like this warm sunshine is coming now, just like the spring will be here. This time next year, we'll be able to do this again. You know, I took a picture last year of one of my cherry blossoms. It turned out to be exactly the same day as the first one bloomed this year. It's God's faithfulness to us. Be encouraged with that this day. And Lord willing, we'll see you tonight. And again, love your feedback, love the interaction with you all. Just hit that subscribe button if you hadn't, and then hit the little button there that says notifications on, and that way these videos will come to you automatically. Again, love to hear your feedback, and if you have some ideas, please send those as well. Lord willing, we'll see you tonight. Have a great day, first day of spring, or fall, depending on where you are. Have a great day. Bye-bye.